Hey guys, welcome again at Fix It Pros. Got another video. We're gonna do this Howie Mate 9, also called Howie L29, and we have a LCD repair. This is the LCD we bought. It's a full LCD kit, so we're just gonna basically transfer the parts over from one to another, and let's see how it works. Okay. First, you want to take off the two pentalobe screws at the bottom. Kind of already did that already, but use the pentalobe screwdriver, so that'll come out both there. And then you want to take your Sesmo and you want to start wedging in between the little frame, and the plastic frame of the LCD. So just carefully start to wedge that out, and there's usually like little pins. You always want to be careful around the buttons. Oops. A little careful around here. So you'll you hear those little pops. That's because there's little connections. And again, always be careful around the home buttons, okay? So little by little. And you don't want to yank this up too much because there are some connections. So we take the SIM card reader, make sure you take the SIM card reader out. Okay, now I'm going to start to gently pop this up. Don't yank it because there's some cables connected. So you see that? Here we have the fingerprint recognition. It's connected here, so we're going to disconnect that. Boom. Separate that. Now we're left with this. So what you want to do is transfer practically everything over. And we're going to start taking all these little tapes off. Let's be careful with these. Okay. Start taking everything out. Okay, so we want to start disassembling everything from one side to the next. Okay. So hair out of there. What's hair down here? Okay, so little by little, we're going to start taking all these screws out. We're going to take the motherboard out. Try to keep all these in order. Take all these little antennas, be real careful with these, popping these off. Usually I try to leave this one here. If I need to disconnect the one, I usually try to disconnect it off the charging port. Okay, so we keep taking all this stuff out. And take the charging port out. Then we're gonna take, we got some stuff there. Take that little plate off. Then we got our camera connected here. Disconnect the camera. Always be careful of little chips underneath here. See all those little chips? You can knock all those chips out. So be careful with that. Probably going to take out this camera. Probably going to use a little heat for that. Take all these shields off. Okay, so this, take all these little shields off. This pops off. And we're going to disconnect this. We're going to disconnect our battery. Disconnect this. I'm going to use a little heat. Use a little heat to disconnect the battery. Actually, there's some tape here that you can, it's kind of like the iPhone. There's actually a tape here, kind of like the iPhone. It's probably a little easier to take out. Just noticed that, so. Looks like everybody wants to copy Apple. Of course, just like Apple, the tape likes to break. But almost got it. And it doesn't make sense because I just got one piece of tape there. Apparently it says 2 sets of adhesive. Regardless, you just want to be real careful. Taking this off. Okay, we got it. Yep, alright, not too bad. Okay, got that. Now, we are going to continue to take things apart with these little shields here. Okay, so that's coming off. Uh-oh. Okay, so we had taken the battery off, okay, that came off, and there's a little shield here. Let me pop this off. Gotta be real careful, okay? Then we're gonna take, this has gotta come out. You gotta watch out, sometimes there's little speakers here. A lot of little parts you gotta watch out for. All of this has got to come out. So here's the charging port. Sometimes a little heat helps. Okay, get your charging port out. Again, that's going to go over here. And make sure all these little, see, they don't come with these little guys. So make sure you transfer everything over properly. That's the mic. All these little things got to transfer over. Yep, don't lose these parts. Okay, now be real careful taking certain things off. You don't want to break anything. Always use extra heat. Okay. This whole little speaker thing should come out. Speaker bracket. Probably this is glued down. Screwed down too. Missed a screw right here. Try to keep all your screws in order. You'll hear it start lifting. Use some more heat. Just be careful. There you go. Alrighty. That pops up. Make sure there's no cables. Okay, got that part. Perfect. Okay, it's like a little puzzle. Make sure all the little pieces are where they need to be. So this goes over this. This goes flapped over like that. Okay. That's what we saw there. Everything's converted over. Okay. Perfect. Screw that part down. Okay, and be careful. This little guy almost fell out. Okay, let's get everything back in order. Okay, let's make sure all this is lined up correctly. Because if this isn't lined up, you have a problem. The vibrator's not going to work, okay? Line everything back up. Everything should be in its place. Perfect. Start connecting stuff. Okay, this is going to go here. This cable. I'm going to put this over here. Take this tape out. Okay. This we want somewhere around here. Oh, this is going to go over this way. We're going to have to pull out Then we're going to pull out the motherboard over here. I'm probably going to disconnect the camera. Okay, disconnect that. Make sure there's no screws anywhere else. And then this is going to have to pop out. There we go. Okay. Everything's coming loose. Watch that camera. And be careful right here. It's another sensor. Watch the proximity sensor when you're yanking that out. Okay, and that's pretty much everything out. We'll move the camera and the speaker, put it in place with all the little gaskets, and for the sake of video length, I will resume right back when it's completed. But that's the takedown, the breakdown. Thank you so much. Okay, so this is everything reassembled again. Okay, now we're going to connect this last flex cable here. Okay, and then we're going to close it up, but right before we do that, let's just power this guy up real quick. And bam, we got it going, the Howie. So guys, that is the Howie L29, also known as the Mate 9. Check it out here, Fix It Pros. We did the repair. When you want to get your phone fixed, come on down to Fix It Prosville. Have a great day, guys. Thank you. Please subscribe if you like.